enforcement. We seek to make KOTOR aware of our services, allowing us to facilitate communication and terminate hostilities in the galaxy.
Very well. I have gone to considerable expense and effort to bring you here. It is because I have a job for you. I wanted to force the Republic to turn to other resources to bolster their infrastructure. Some of the bounty hunters, however, have chosen to interpret my commands in a manner not of my choosing. There was little thought beyond the complete destruction of anything that opposed him. If the matter is not corrected, then it shall fall.
Request. Inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Yes, this frame is far superior to the droid chassis I once possessed, which quite frankly couldn't intimidate an Ithorian. I am certain you would know more about his activities than I would.
I was informed that they may be coming soon.
I cannot find any pattern in these attacks, and it is a source of frustration to me. It is simply important to me that the infighting amongst these Jedi religious branches be resolved so the galaxy may be put back together. Perhaps finding the source of these Sith and resolving the situation would be to our mutual benefit. I order you to protect this subject. If anyone attempts to harm him, disintegrate them. It is also insurance in the event that our arrangement is compromised.
Mucho shakapaka, yi ki kun no ba mula draki chichon.
Wanga kun pistol pikin kuyana, tong patogas magdelia.
Tangabun shan nang, wanga kun bist kin ba mula rag.
Rundi haudonga kun hunkabi, wanga kun bist kin ba mulira. Yin kin kun no ba mulira chinkun. Tong hait tun kun ching, ni boboji mata, ni punaje, dolpi kiknyunyan.
Shachika don mulaka, wata yumaka wamahona nek.
Tong patogas magdelia.
Tangabun shan nang, wanga kun bist kin ba mula rag.
Got it.
Tonga bugsham uninong. Wanga kun bist king ba mulira.
Bona nakichu.
Kachichu ay thaudonga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut.
Na bon sha. Kava dumpa kupaliaya moka pata.
Moga shampongpa bolawan na chikni.
Jishawa anibong kasha chonasi ichua byong bojoni.
Watayuma kawama huhane.
Nikin kun na bule mule raji kun. Chuni yun ni jiji aldwana.
Rundi haudonga kuhungabi. Wi ita na dana itya. Wana kunbes. Chink palamul tong king ba na kongkek. Bamulara.
Kipuna na bonsha. Ni bajoni yo la wish. Dopayuma pasen lapti non goto. Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon. Wana kumbes. Chi pala mulek. Tongki pa na nonek. Tu nikton chun ke nemolek rabest. Ufmala nibo kurk. Tanga boksha nak nong. Kin kun shin kin. Nikin kun na bule mule raji kun. Chuni yun ni jiji aldwana. Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny ku. Yumawama nibo lora waisha waga shichi. Yi ki kun no ba mula draki chichon. Kipuna na bonsha.
Gavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa.
Back again. There's a rumor that there's a powerful artifact still in there, but nobody's retrieved it. Your doing, maybe? I don't want to still be around when they start asking questions about you. If you must know, I intend to take the first ship off this rock. Are you afraid I'm going to tell someone you're here? What are you going to do? Kill me?
Kankidora.
Tanga bok sha nagnong kin kun shin kin nikin kun na bule mule raji kun chuni yun ni jiji aldwana. Kakin cha na kwat na bon kon wanakumbes tongki pa nagnonek. Chika don mulaka watayumaka wamahona nek ashantik dun unumanik wanakuna best chinga pala multonki. Randi I chawa tongbola Johnny Ku, yumawama nibo lora waisha waga shichi. Wufmala nibo gurk. Ni bajoni yo lak wish, dopayuma pasen lapti non goto.
You? You're Revan? The same Revan who defeated the Mandalorians? Who betrayed the Republic and created the Sith Empire? Hardly the most typical of companions.
Ni bajoni yo lak wish, dopayuma pasen lapti non goto.
I knew things were going to get worse once I left with Captain Drexl after the mutiny, but not this bad. That much is obvious. Still, you aren't exactly what I'd call a divine crusader. There is more to this. Secret, eh? What is it with you Jedi? And Sarah Dagana, or the person I had come to know as Sarah Dagana. Was she really your personal assassin?
Ashantik dun unumanig patoka wanakuna best chinga pala multonki. Tanga bok sha nagnong kin kun shin kin nikin kun na bule mule raji kun.
Believe me when I say, if a Jedi Master is in the Korriban Wastes, he either has serious issues or he isn't a Jedi Master.
Shuni yun ni jiji aldwana kava volpa muli kumana.
No, I don't think... Wait. Damn. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. This all sounds like a repeat of the Formidable.
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata bonanakachu yin kin kun no ba mule rachi kun.
But that was a long time ago, Sarah. You know that. I won't allow what happened on the Orion to be repeated. Trust me, you will need my help. What you need to know is that the Korriban Wastes can be a dangerous place if you don't know them. I do, so I've come to offer my services to you as a guide. You wouldn't be heading to the Korriban Wastes for just any reason. It has to be important to you, which means it's probably also dangerous. You'll need all the help you can get. I'm probably going to regret this, but it's sure as hell the best chance you have of getting in and out without getting killed. Someone's definitely passed through here. Are you fully equipped?
Jishawa anibong kasha chona si ichua byongbo joni minamambato mule ra hakugri katkota parabola. Yi ki kon no ba mula draki chichon.
Verbal, has your scan picked anything up?
Master.
Now, this is something I didn't expect to find. An unknown entity within the Korriban Wastes. 8.05 kilometers, that's pretty far. Farther than I've ever been, farther than anyone has probably ever even seen. From there, it'll be deserts, mountains, and Tukata as far as the eye can see. They say Korriban's home to many evils. Which one will have the delight of your company?
Shoot! Looks like I'm not getting through. I'm Major Herka of the Sith 2nd Battalion.
I've been down this path, and I don't recommend it.
What? What do you
I
mean?
need your attention. Is this a good time? It's serious, though.
Please.
I'm concerned about you. I've been keeping these thoughts to myself mostly, but I think it's time I say something. I don't think you understand the situation. Well, we can't hide on this planet forever. Eventually the Sith will find us, and trust me, you don't want that. Let me protect you. From yourself, from the Sith. You have to let me try. I think you might be setting yourself up for a fall, and I don't want that to come to pass. I don't know whether it means anything to you, but it does to me. Because I never got the chance to save my wife and son. Because I didn't stop Saul when I had the chance. Because I finally have the chance to do it right. Maybe I might have some purpose beyond revenge. Do you have any idea what will happen when the Sith find you?
Well...
It's better to be safe than sorry, right?
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that. I'll do my best.
You there. How is it that you're leaving by yourself?
Rundi Hadonga Kuhungabi.
There you are, finally. If you were any later in showing up, we would have had to abandon this.
There's an assassin droid in there.
Don't bother me.
Kavavolpa mulji gumana. Shagji kin lorjawata uma. Kipuna!
What? You're joking, of course.
I think someone just stood up to you.
All right, then. You have yourself a fight. What do you think of that?
You aren't even a Sith.
Tabistyu Bonkonkipamba.
A bit of introduction may be necessary. I am a Mark VII experimental prototype assassin droid, specializing in the hunting and extermination of Jedi.
Rundi Hadonga Kuhungabi. Wana Kunbes. Jink Palamul Tonk Kimba Nakonkek.
Thank you. I can offer you no assurances, Sentient. The operation may be difficult. Then we must resort to combat.
Tungting Tachun Kun Mek Mulirabest.
As you wish. Reinitialization complete. These could upgrade other droids if you wish.
Yinkin Kuno Bamulirachi Kun. Slima Podonna.
An occasional sentient has managed to bypass my droids.
Muchashak Pangpa. Yinkin Kuno Bamulri Rachikun.
And combat is the inevitable result. I wish you well.
I'd be dead if you weren't... if you were proper Sith. Good. My name's Mikul.
Rundi Hadonga Kuhungabi. Wana Kunbes.
I don't know. I've never thought about that. I've done some... can you even go back? It makes you think. Thanks, I suppose. You hanging around still?
Muchashak Pangpa. Yinkin Kuno Bamulri Rachikun.
But you're not, are you? Don't you have your own plans?
Chachiska do punta casa bubaka. Banaoto. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Muchashak Pangpa. Yinkin Kuno Bamulri Rachikun.
I don't know.
Blast it! What have they been teaching you children in that academy these days? You see, Mikul, it's not so difficult. I'll have to just figure out what to do with our friend here. to do, what to do.
We can attack him together.
No. Let's keep things on a more civilized note, shall we? For now, I've decided to keep you in restraints. No point in you getting strange ideas in your head. What? Old hermit? I've taken up residence here for now. It's dusty and full of critters, but it's home. Miko here is a bit weak. Let's not forget, however, who has whom at the disadvantage, shall we?
Kankidora.
What? Well, that's never happened before.
You could have easily just let me die.
Rundi Hadonga Kunhunkabi.
No. Have my brain started dribbling out of my nose or something? Yes. Well, I see what you mean. I've never... is there something specific you wanted?
Tunira nu prata dunko sercha domandoma?
I wonder which one will be the last standing. Should I tell him then that his hopes are in vain, do you think? Nobody here will tell you anything about that.
We itha natana itya.
Yes?
These will serve as your quarters for the duration of your house arrest. 2 officers will be stationed outside at all times. If there are any problems, we'll use the wall terminal to contact you.
I could come up with a much better approach than this.
Given your position, it would be a good idea if you took a more accommodating tone. As I said, this is only temporary while other arrangements are made.
Yes?
I'm sorry, but you'll just have to bear with us until then. To be honest with you, I just don't know. Now, I've got to send this information to the Council right away. Admiral Onasi wanted to speak with you, ma'am.
How did you know?
Request, ma'am. Concerning, mutual acquaintance, I believe is how he put it.
We should have some privacy for this.
Yeah. And if there's nothing else, I've got a job to do. Let's go.
Karth.
Bastila.
I'm glad you're with us. There is nothing I could say that would be helpful, I'm afraid. I haven't seen him in so long. Korriban is a sparsely populated planet controlled by the Sith. It feels wrong.
This whole place smells wrong. Like you're really an Ergoth egg gone bad in the hamper.
I am afraid for him. Afraid that he may not return. And the bond that he and I share does not allow him to hide everything from me. He believes a threat lurks on the edge of Korriban, and he believes that he must go there to end it.
He told me to stay here to try to keep the Republic strong, and that he would return. But I think he did it because he thought it was the right thing to do.
Yes, I realize that, of course. But surely there was more to it than a simple search.
It was important to him.
Did he know?
No, he didn't.
I have my own reservations about it, to be honest. And he may not survive.
Don't forget, I've sworn an oath to defend the Republic.
If he is lost out there, then I need you to seek whatever help you can elsewhere, whether Jedi or the Sith or someone in between.
Very well. I've taken enough of your time, then. For what it's worth, simply tell him that Admiral Onasi is following his orders.
Karth, that you would even be willing to risk so much it's very brave. Braver than I could be. And for that, I thank you. Hopefully this will all work out for the both of us. And for the sake of the mission. I can't lose him, even if he believes he is protecting me. Don't worry, I can put this behind me. Let's just continue on with what we must do. It's better this way.
I want to believe you.
I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. The Force is our destiny, but the choices we make along it are ultimately our own.
And, you'll make the decision you have to, and we'll have to deal with that day when it comes.
And it's good to know I'm not alone. In any case, I won't trouble you with this anymore.
I thank you.
Scion.
Yes, Master.
This way leads to the tomb of Ajanta Paul, a fierce Sith Lord. According to legend, the blade proved more fearsome than the Master, leading to his demise. If you were to face an ancient Sith Lord in combat, you would learn that we are as children playing with toys compared to the prowess of the old masters. Fool! You've disturbed the spirits of this place. Ah, the arrogance and ignorance of youth. There will come a day when you'll wish you'd learned from mistakes in the past.
Yes, that is the one. That is the blade that destroyed me. I remember now.
He cannot be defeated. He is not a beast of flesh and blood. Ajanta's dark spectre lived on through the centuries until Revan entered the Sith Lord's tomb in search of the blade. Some have suggested that the blade led to Revan's demise, as it did Ajanta Paul. That is only speculation, however. Where Revan wanders now is knowledge that only Revan holds.
If he could be turned.
One who has fallen so far and done so much evil does not deserve redemption. In a way, such a turning from one's nature is cowardly, a betrayal of the self.
I have felt it as well.
Yes, redemption is merely a form of spiritual collapse, a fall few recover from.
Yes, Master.
Korriban Waste. Hardly my idea of paradise. Verbal, what are the results of your scan? Is there anything that should warrant our interest in the Korriban Wastes?
If I may, Jedi Human, I'd rather allow my own photoreceptors to assess the condition and not depend on your inferior organic ones for an evaluation.
Your enthusiasm is inspiring, but I'm sure there will be plenty of things that can kill you if you let them. Someone's definitely passed through here. Sarah. Wait just a minute, Jedi. First, I want some answers.
Kakin cha na kwat na pon kon wanakumbes.
You say there's some kind of ancient Sith cult? Verbal, are we close?
The precise location of this entity lies 8.05 kilometers to the west of our present location.
Where do we go from here? I don't want to sound negative, but don't underestimate the wastes. It'd be a big mistake.
Watimi alabola.
Though I guess when you're a Jedi, the impossible becomes routine. Wait, plenty of Tukata. Corpses on my way here.
Minamambaton mule ra, hakugri katkota la parabola.
The KOTOR reserves are all gone. That means the casualties in this war are going to become horrifying.
I was expecting something more, but...
I heard someone attacked and killed a lot of the Sith leadership.
You can't do this on your own. That's where I think you're wrong.
You reminded me of my instructor in the Mandalorian Wars.
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started.
It isn't gonna be easy. I suspect we're gonna have to fight on the inside. I'm gonna go with what you think.
You think they're gonna follow a Sith Lord?
Fine by me. The last question is, where do you want to go? Either the front or the back. I'll take whichever one you don't. That way both sides have leadership.
I'm just trying to figure it out. I saw enough men lose their lives needlessly during the Mandalorian Wars. It's difficult to see that happen all over again.
They've got 3 entrances they're gonna try and break in. Here's the front door, the security door on the side, and the garage door in back. We got 3 squads of militia. We can assign people to the front, back, or inside. Backside has to guard 2 entrances. The front will have to fight more people, and the inside will have to deal with any that break through.
There's no escaping it, I guess. So be it.
Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job.
You can work with us. For the Republic.
That's what I was thinking, too.
I don't know. I'm not the best of men, or I'm not the strongest fighter there is, but I'll find a way.
The main group of mercenaries will probably be good. That's about it. Now, we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come.
As for what comes afterward, well, let's wait until I know that I'm around to see it.
That was the right thing to do. Turn him away from the Sith.
This seems like the kind of thing that could get a person into a lot of trouble.
Protocol. If you truly want this sadly peaceful arrangement to continue, be careful of what you ask.
Saving the galaxy is what's important now. My son, I can mourn my son later when we're done. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless.
I'm glad somebody finally said what we've all been thinking.
This should be fun. Commentary. I like the sound of this. Warming up blasters, charging weapons just in case.
That's what I would do.
Of course that's what you would do.
Observation. Your ruthlessness and cruelty are quite refreshing in an organic meatbag.
It's not just you. It's Bastila as well. She's so intense. And I don't pretend to know much about the Force, but I know evil. Do you have any idea what the Sith do to prisoners of war?
Evisceration works well. Electrocution and blunt trauma also work well, I understand.
Not all of us have the luxury of a choice. I'm conditioned this way. Sorry.
It was the decision of Republic authorities.
I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Look, can't we leave the past behind us? We need to deal with the situation we have now, and whatever I might think about you, I'm going to set that aside. But now, we have a different problem.
I've never abandoned anyone on a mission, and I'm not about to start now. We have to try and find...
A Jedi, eh?
Look, all I mean is that if you're smart, you won't trust anyone. Not me, not Bastila, and especially not the Republic.
Why does the Republic do anything? The head doesn't know what the feet are doing. The hands don't even know they've got fingers, let alone where they are.
Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened, from your perspective.
My opinion, they probably performed their independent investigation and figured it wasn't your fault. Anyways, you should just be glad.
I want to go, it's just... Damn it.
Interesting. This is no ordinary holdout. These aren't your run-of-the-mill thugs. They're trained deadly killers. These black market editions should not be available on the station. I can't imagine anyone would want the help of killers like them. Perhaps exchange, but they've never openly crossed us before.
I know that. I'm not angry at you. Don't think that. Look, it has nothing to do with you personally. I don't trust anyone, and I have my reasons. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone to help us. They've declared martial law, and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine.
I don't think Zerka has gone that far yet. More than likely, they have him locked away somewhere. That or he's gone into hiding. I've got some bad news for you.
We can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Admiral Onasi?
No, I didn't mean that...
That's all the information I have for you. Living quarters are being arranged for you and your companions as we speak. See you soon, Admiral.
Damn it!
An odd thing for the Republic to do, no?
I don't know if I like this. Aren't the Republic supposed to be the good guys?
Be careful here, kid. Start poking your nose in a place it doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
Odd energy signatures. Have you ever checked those out?
There are also tales of strange ghosts and monsters haunting the ruins, whispering in the ears of all who would listen and driving them mad. This may be a very dangerous world indeed.
Wait. Korriban Waste is strictly off limits to anyone but Sith, Zerka included. Now that was a battle that was completely unnecessary. Word around the cantina is the workforce stationed there at the time of the incident went completely crazy. They lost their minds, started attacking everyone in sight. I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Tangabun shan omnang, wanga kun biskin ba mularag. Chinapala mula, tongki ba non tontek.
Verbal!
Master. Classification of this entity cannot be determined.
It's time to get out of this place and back to a world where things make sense.
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure.
Achuta! Wangakun pistol piking kuyana.
Pathetic bounty hunter, I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself. You are no match for me.
Inkin kunoba mulira chinkun. Tongait tun kunching. Ni boboji mata ni punaje.
Ready!
Dolpi kiknyunyan.
Your words mean nothing to me. Unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
Termination required. Marvelous elimination of the enemy master. I applaud you.
Chachiska don punta kasabubaka. Mucha hodonga ya fulki.
Sarah.
Chinapala mula, tongki ba non tontek.
Verbal, the entity you detected, are we close?
If the data gathered by my sensors is accurate, the precise location of this entity is within the vicinity of our present location.
Ni bajoni yo la wish.
T3, there's not much time. I ask you, did you find any trace of Revan? I don't believe that. I've lost friends before, and until I see them dead, I don't believe it. Whatever it was, I think he went off to find it, to fight it. He left a lot of people who cared about him behind, but I think he did it because he thought it was the right thing to do. Do what you can, T3. For what it's worth, I thank you.
What is this place?
Randi Ichawa Tongbola Johnny Gu. Shichi.
Come in, over. Damn it.
Feedback indicates that this interference has been caused by an electrical disturbance that originates from an unknown entity within the Korriban waste.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Ni bajoni yo la wish. Dopayuma pasen lapti non goto.
My sensors indicate that the entity I detected is within this structure.
I have a bad feeling about this. Verbal, I need you to stay behind. I want some insurance in case things don't go our way.
Master, don't be irrational. If I stay here, then I cannot acquire the data I need to perform an analysis of the entity.
Fine. Let me put it to you this way. Whoever or whatever is in this structure, they will probably want to harm you, to damage your superior workmanship. So by choosing to enter the structure, you are technically choosing also to harm yourself. Wouldn't that be against your programming?
Master, your logic is correct. It would be against my programming. I will stay here then, and await further instruction.
And don't talk to any strangers while I'm gone, regardless of how many upgrades they offer you. Though don't worry, we'll be back for you. So stay here, shut up, and hang tight.
T3, I'm leaving this message inside you because more of his memories have returned, and they trouble him. He has remembered something.
It is a technique he learned fighting the Mandalorians that allowed him to convert the last of the Jedi who fought beside him, and to murder those who would not. And he fears it is still out there. He lives still. This I know. If he will not return, then I shall find him and discover why. I cannot remain here not knowing.
If something happens, T3, then I need you to return to the Republic and find me. I thank you.
Let's go.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries.
Is Revan your master now? She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. It is good you recognize this. It means you will understand why you must leave us.
How very noble of you.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out. Know that there is no turning back from this judgment.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy. And you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it.
So be it.
It's done.
Much defiance in that one.
We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you.
We must let her go there. That is our only chance to know what has happened, and what the future holds.
But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it. I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side.
There's still the matter of Dantooine, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
It was always intended for the Jedi to retreat to Telos should Dantooine be attacked, taking all their lore with them. We could not allow the tragedy at Ossus to happen again.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed.
He fell to the dark side once. He will do so again. He will train her, and she will be flawed. It is the truth, and it is done.
And that is the future we must accept.
Korriban's a rock. Mind the Sith.
Makes you wonder sometimes if the Republic even exists at all out here. So, Jolie, you decided to leave your little hermitage in the forest and come help us stop the Sith. I guess you realized this was worth coming out of retirement for, huh?
So it's true, yes. I fought plenty of Sith. That was during the time of Exar Kun. Oh, 40 years ago now. Has it been that long?
Sorry, can't be much help with that.
Exar was a Jedi who was corrupted by ghosts of the old Sith, or so they say. He attempted to conquer the Republic and create a new golden age of the Sith. That is not a pleasant time to remember. After Exar Kun fell to the dark side, he attempted to recruit other Jedi to his cause.
I'm worried about what might happen to you. You have a lot of courage, and the fact that you've remained strong is amazing. But there's even greater danger ahead.
I've often held the opinion that history has one basic flaw. It is seldom heeded. A Sith believes he commands the Force, but it is the dark side who commands him. And I'm not even talking about how some of us fall to the dark side. No, that's plenty indication of our fallibility, but it's something else entirely.
Mercs like this haven't a lick of conscience. They'll betray you in a heartbeat.
I guess you aren't as stupid as you sometimes act. No doubt you've been on the receiving end of Jedi justice at least once, eh? The fact that Exar Kun was defeated didn't mean the Sith would never return, as they obviously have now. What surprised us, what took us completely unprepared, was how utterly successful he was. Many Jedi joined him and became Sith themselves. Why they did, I will never truly know, but they did. Battle broke out throughout the Order, pupil against master. We fought ourselves. Oh, sure, occasionally the light side comes close to vanquishing the dark, but the dark always returns. Eventually it'll come around again, but I'd rather not wait that long. So we do what we have to do, and we try to stop the Sith.
I guess I have no other choice. You mean besides a chance to get off this planet before the Sith find you?
No, of course not. The Sith have come and gone for ages. They were not called the Sith many thousands of years ago, perhaps. but the dark side was always present without a doubt. So much for the sanctity of life.
Did they really get away with it, though? Revan was betrayed by Malak, and Malak hasn't won. In the end, the dark side won't help him.
A rogue, am I? You speak as if there must be something wrong with me. Like not being part of the Order makes me a criminal. But the Order itself, the Jedi Council and so forth, no. I'm not part of that, and haven't been for a long time. And good riddance, I say.
Well then, I'm glad. Let's face the future together, then.
Yeah, they say he's paying double wages for mercenaries right now.
This planet is dangerous with all those Sith wandering around.
It smells like death here. Not good, honest battlefield death, but a musty, wasting death.
Hey, keep your lectures. The Sith pay well, and they pay up front. That's all I care about.
Gandarus, I haven't seen you since the Republic broke our ranks at the Battle of Malachor. Ergeron! When the Republic defeated our fleets, I learned a valuable lesson. It's far better to be a freelance mercenary in a war than to be a soldier for the losing side.
Don't stare. It's bad enough he's here in the bar. I don't want him coming over or anything. Sorry, but I'm not looking for a contract right now. I'm waiting for that guy from the Republic to come by. You can conduct business at our office if you wish.
Rundi Hadonga Kuhungabi. Wana Kunbes.
Objection. This unit is not for sale, meatbag.
Kontichani. Mucha Hadonga Yafulki.
No. You are not a droid, however, and therefore your skills are limited by the physical capabilities of your meatbag extremities, or some such.
Chachiska don punta kasabubaka.
They're the law here. I'm here only to protect Zerka's interests. Now check out that Mandalorian over there. I hear he's just looking for work, but look how much firepower he's carrying. I bet he could wipe out a whole platoon of soldiers before they even knew what hit them.
Tongai tun kunching ni boboji mata ni punaje dolpi kiknyunyan.
But a droid like that doesn't come cheap.
Exclamation. Oh, upgrades will be fine.
Oh, entertainment can be found at the local cantina, provided by Zerka, of course.
Hakuchekopa. Gino mulira king pajak.
Good luck. You're going to need it.
Seems like they don't care who they kill, and they don't even need a reason. I need work, but if I have any choice, I'll sign on with the Republic. And there's all those rumors of mutilations and torture on helpless prisoners. If even half the stories I've heard are true. I wonder.
That would have been most fun.
I never used to believe those rumors. Until I saw this guy. From what I hear, his kind can hold a grudge.
This guy isn't telling us something. He might even be lying. I don't trust him. Mandalorian mercs like me are in high demand.
Commentary. I am so disappointed in you right now. No, don't look at me.
Mandalorians are not cowards. We're just practical. The sooner we get off this rock, the better.
Kava! Yun patisa! Chiwak aita kang ki jiyokaku! Kimba nikcha lora kun. Uba baska doana chicho pamuska. Kakincha nawabakaon.
Achuta. Wanga kun pistol pikin kuyana. Tong patogas magtelia.
Chachiska. Topa na otavokasa. Kimba nikcha lora kun.
Rundi hadonga kuhungabi. Kuyami juz kachita. Naipatoga yafulki kukula jiti.
Chopa chawa wisyun kun. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Chuba chi chopa kun wata. Kimba no kun nik dorcha. Patisa, patisa! Nikava bubaka. Chiwa aita kang ki jiyokaku. Ichuta. Da hupa botenya do GGPT. Just grunky to patsnemo. Gino molirani dubo. Tokimba. No kun neksag. Con mulis limo poi wanga kun liskin. Kimba no con nik dorcha. Tumirana no frata donko sercha doman toma.
Chachiska don punta casa bubaka.
Pichage borang turang. nada chawa yishun kun. No ba mulira tilai kunka. Uba baska dwana chichopa muska ichuta.
Tonga bugsham uninong.
Kakincha nawabakaon. Kinba nicha loda kun. Tung abashun ni chunchi. Tangit wama jikona. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa yishun kun. No ba mulira tilai kunka. Chubachi jopa kun wata. Kinba no kun nik dota.
Mucha shagpangpa. Inkin kun no ba mulri rachikun.
Kava! Ichuta! Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. No ba mulira tilai kunka.
Chibedwana ni bobo. Tonk nabung shanun yang. Tonk patogas magdelia.
Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa yishun kun. No ba mulira tilai kunka. Kinba nicha loda kun. Dahuba botenya go jiji piti. Just cronky to patslimo. Gino molirani bubo. Tonkinba. No kun nexag. Chachiska. Topa na otovo casa. Tumirana no prata donko sercha doman toma. Uba baska dwana chichopa muska. Kinba nicha loda kun.
Tong hai tuam jiji yumalithpa ang inkotu. Mungka kun biskan.
Puchua benki. Chiska nichu. Tumirana no prata donko sercha doman toma. Chopa chawa wisyun kun. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Kinba no kun nik dota.
Bana uto. Mucha shagpangpa. Inkin kun no ba mulri rachikun.
Yun patisa. Chiwa aita kang ki jiyokaku.
Wanga kun pistol piking kunyana. Tong patogas magdelia.
I have been such a fool. I swore to protect you, and here you were the enemy all this time.
Please. He'll have me flayed alive. I surrender.
You can't hide here forever.
What? But I trusted you. How can you stand there and...
Threats? You can't bully me, though I shouldn't be surprised now that I know who you really are.
I'm sorry, but I can't take that chance.
But you can figure it out on your own, can't you?
There's no one for me to turn to on this wretched planet. I don't trust any of them. Believe me, I'm more scared of him than I am of you.
I want to believe you. I can put aside my misgivings for now. We can talk later, you and I. Bastila.
Yes, I did end that quite abruptly, didn't I? Perhaps a master could have addressed my questions with the proper wisdom, but I never should have brought it up here.
I see. This is a little much for me to wrap my mind around.
I am needed here, just as you are.
What do you mean?
T3. Return to the Republic. Karth, we need to resolve this.
It doesn't matter. I just need credits.
Quiet already.
But you may as well have just killed me.
Keep it up, and I'll gag you. Are you forgetting where we are? Now be quiet.
She's obviously desperate.
I'll say.
Karth, enough. It may not seem like such a great thing to you, but you are making a difference. Thank you for helping this woman. It's a small mercy, Karth. Do you have a name?
Oh, thank you. I'm Major Herka. I don't have anywhere else to turn.
You took an incredible risk. You know that, right?
Yes.
Getting paid to murder others is hardly justifiable.
Well, it's my experience that the targets of these bounties are usually criminals themselves. So don't get all in a twist over it.
That is murder, and this young person is not even a Sith.
Well, you should know better than anyone what some people will do for power, Bastila.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Well, just that the dark side is quite tempting. Or so you always say.
And you would propose what? Letting a murderer free on the chance it will help the Republic?
If need be. We're talking about Sith, remember? I don't approve of what he did any more than you.
But you're willing to overlook it.
The Republic's principles aren't worth a hill of beans if it falls, Bastila. I'll do whatever I can to save it.
I guess I don't have much choice in the matter.
Don't be a fool. You're not getting off this world without help.
And go where?
Maybe by passage to Coruscant? I don't know.
Well, it's not a bad plan.
I hope it will be enough. Goodbye.
Don't worry about me. I'm a soldier.
Mission. Come now. We have to get going.
Yeah? It shouldn't be a problem now.
Glad to see we're still the good guys here. Sometimes I think we forget that. I will still help you if I can, but I guess you're on your own.
Thank you.
I guess we can get out of here now.
Chinga pala multonki. Mana tota.
And so at last, you have come.
His progress has been remarkable. Such command of the Force. Shortly, he will surpass even your most powerful student.
Save one. Revan knew. And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power and still live.
Enough of this.
It is because you had no choice.
An amazing display. But does he need to drain the Force from every assassin he trains with? Get me a few more assassins.
Watawama muliri kin kun shopeshwa no bamule raji.
They say fate often works in mysterious ways. I survived Terrace because I was meant to survive, because it was intended that I wake amongst the rubble born anew, a changed man.
Tin umpa do punta krita. Ak ti kondo ona chabachisa wanki. Ti toki grantu kon chichan kun green kanchan to pro.
If my actions served to condemn me as a murderer, then so be it. It was necessary. I once told someone that choice cannot exist without consequence. You have risked much to come here, my former pupil. You have traversed the Korriban wastes, and you have discovered this ancient temple. This temple of shadow.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya mokapata.
There was once power here. Ancient and timeless, it was born from the betrayals of old. That power was contained within an artifact. An artifact which was stolen from its resting place, yet the power contained within survived and was scattered. This place, it is more than a mere temple. It harbors a focal point for the power, a point in which its scattered remnants can be concentrated and then fused together. You were always strong in both body and spirit. It is why I chose you as my Padawan learner. Even in the moment I first met you, I could recognize the potential soaring within what was then merely a child. A child I then chose to rescue from what would have been a fleeting life of insignificance on the streets of Sleeharon. It was in your potential to become my protege, to become the greatest of Jedi, yet you became what stands before me, a shell.
Better than a crazed Jedi. Better than a murdering Jedi. Sarah.
The Arcanian, what worth do you find in him? I merely see a man, ruled by passion, yet afraid to embrace it.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya mokarpata.
I could no longer risk his interference, so for now I have removed him. He was an unexpected, unpredictable factor in our reunion. Do not act surprised. I know that Tilana's death made you question a great many things surrounding your role in the Mandalorian Wars. And I hold these answers. You know this. It is why you have come here.
Kimpa mulera dwana. Don kimpa no kudnok nek. Kavanumpa kumpialia monokata. Rangakun biskin no moruat. Kakin chana guana pokon.
If only you knew what I now know, would you so willingly have accepted those consequences? What if I told you that through force bonding, an individual can inspire a mindless devotion within the mind of another? And what if I told you that all of this can be achieved passively, without the subject even realizing they are being manipulated? Some of the Jedi needed to be significantly manipulated, whilst others needed just a gentle push. And always behind those manipulations was Revan.
Tangabun shan omnang. Wanga kun biskin ba mulara choni yun tun gigi either dwana.
Yes, you were the first, and arguably the greatest of Revan's manipulations. Over the course of the Mandalorian Wars, the force bond Revan created between you allowed him to determine the lengths in which this form of bonding could be used as a tool of manipulation. And ultimately, it was this bond that transformed you from what was once my Padawan into a being so fanatically obsessed with adhering to Revan's will that everything else, even your very identity, was seen as insignificant and thus subconsciously discarded.
Shuni yun ni gigi aldwana. Kavavolpa muli kumana.
Yes, and it was that manipulation which, during the finality of the Mandalorian Wars, pushed you over the edge and past the point of no return. It did not matter to Revan. The art of manipulation had already been mastered over the course of the Mandalorian Wars. Make no mistake, whilst it is Revan who is to blame for transforming you through manipulation, there were points during the Mandalorian Wars where, had you wanted, you could have resisted, you could have denied Revan's will. Yet, you didn't. You went on. And after choosing to pass the point of no return, the bond between you became so strong that everything but servitude became completely insignificant to you. Revan used what had been learned from your manipulation to help shape what became the Sith Empire. You are as guilty as Revan. During the Mandalorian Wars, you were a beast fueled by bloodlust who thirsted for war. Matilda, it is the name I gave you that would always serve to remind you of what you once were and what you have since become. Yet now you are before me. I see that what was once the child on Sleeharon is now gone, and instead is a creature that was spawned from the tragedy of the Mandalorian Wars. This identity, it had a name, didn't it? Can you remember? Do you even know?
Chinga palamultonki.
Yes, Shana May. It is the name of the one I found on Sleeharon. It is the name of the one I raised, the name of the one I trained. It is the name of the one who betrayed me, who was corrupted and then sacrificed to become a tool of war.
Chuni yun ni Gigi Aldwana. Kavavol pamuli kumana.
Shaname, the one who I created, the one who you destroyed. You are wrong. Shaname was my pupil, not the shell I see before me. I act to deliver a rightful vengeance to who she once was, not what she has since become. And she has proved a useful tool to lure you here. The remnants of our bond allowed her to determine a great many things, including my presence on Korriban and the movements I have made across it.
Chikaton mulaka watayumaka wamahona nek. Ashantikton unumni patoka wanakuna best chinga palamultonki.
But before we settled our score, I sense you lack fulfillment. I wish only to fight you when you are at your best, Revan.
Rundi ichawa tongbola Johnny Ku. Yumawamanibo Lora Waisha Waga Shichi.
Come with me, for only together can we reclaim the identity that was sacrificed. I can give you back your purpose, your life.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya mokarpata.
Unfortunate, yet it is the response I expected. I hold the answers to your questions, yet as before you react with aggression. This matters not. I am more than willing to cleanse your mind of this and all other weakness through the fires of combat. Since my death at Terrace, all of what was important to me has been rendered meaningless. No longer do I care for the fates of the Jedi, the Republic, or the galaxy. I only care to pursue the single undeniable calling that fate has thrust towards me.
Kakin chana guana pokon.
The end? This is merely the beginning. The beginning of my revenge! Like you, I too am guilty of sacrifice. I am no longer the Jedi Master I once was. I will be born anew as a greater being, a being of power. The process of reunification is complicated and time-consuming. But now, thanks to you and your master, both will be reborn.
My lightsaber was misplaced. I looked everywhere. It must have fallen from my belt.
Loka kamaran endosoran we no jabi. You groren man mapusitin nolara. Parama kangwana kojukitsa. Durantamana sobu.
Well, what do we have here? I didn't believe it when Lino reported the Ebon Hawk at dock, but I guess it really has. Maybe that's for the best. It was the decision of Republic authorities that your testimony would no longer be necessary, and thus you'd be allowed to go. A few weeks ago, he suddenly disappeared and hasn't been heard from since. If the Council had kept us out of this business with Zerk in the first place, there wouldn't be any problems. But the TSF thanks you for your cooperation. Good luck.
Thank you. That leaves a hurt inside you just can't imagine.
Yes, I know.
I might need your help to the Ebon Hawk.
Greetings. You surprised me. I am so terribly sorry. I am afraid I cannot accompany you. I could not abandon my companion here. I'm afraid that he might resist. I would not upset him. Someone has installed an array of illegal and highly lethal weapon components into his small frame. What? You are small. All utility droids are small. This short man's complex of yours makes no sense. Oh dear, you have angered him. My companion and I are awaiting a ship. Nar Shaddaa, I believe. It was the easiest destination for us to book passage to.
By sneaking on undetected.
Yes, if you insist on putting it that way. I would prefer to leave Citadel legally, though that option is currently unavailable to me. Yes, I know.
T3. Let's just remember where this is.
Who are you? You're not supposed to be here.
Threat. Now step away from the control room. That's a good droid. A T3 utility droid would be a common sight in this facility. The target has evaded us. That is why the arrival of this Ebon Hawk robbed me of my bounty. That would explain why such a T3 unit isn't here.
I cannot render assistance. Move along.
This was not anticipated. Jedi are worth much more in certain exclusive markets across the galaxy. Now that we have found you, we hope that we can facilitate communication and put an end to hostilities.
Let's make this quick.
Targets acquired.
The Force fights with me!
We've been expecting you. Admiral Onasi wanted to speak with you, ma'am. As I understand it, there was something private he wished to ask you.
I must know something first.
We did our best. We chose to retreat and began the evacuation instead. Very well, I'll tell him then. Safe journeys, ma'am.
It's a little beat up, but it's still home. I wasn't able to be here to protect it when the Sith attacked the first time.
There are times I fear we shall never know where he left Karth, and I cannot live not knowing the answer. Why he sought to protect us.
I don't know, but it was important to him. He said that there were places where he had to walk where I could not go, places where having allies, or anyone he cared about, would only place them in danger. And we had to part, like you did, without him. It was the hardest request I ever had to follow. And I think he finally remembered something terrible that he'd done during the Mandalorian Wars, and he went to put an end to it. I've read your records, how the Jedi sentenced you. I ask you, if you return to that place with his ship, if you find some trace of Revan...
I can try.
Very well. I've taken enough of your time then. For what it's worth, I thank you.
Admiral Onasi. We are going there now to aid them.
And adopt a wait-and-see approach. Like I said, we'll talk more when I arrive.
Mikal out. Admiral Onasi, I chose you over the Republic. Over millions.
I'm not certain any one of us wouldn't have been tempted by Bastila's offer. And you did exactly what I'd hoped you would. I feel more confident now than I ever did before.
We are going there now to aid them.
Let's do it before it's too late. And I know Mission must be taking it pretty hard.
Hopefully we won't need that many.
Well, then we better hope HK-47, Bastila, Canderous, Juhani, and Jolie Bindo serve the Republic.
I'm pleased to be part of your company.
As long as this mission stays on course, I'll stick with you. But I won't let you betray the Republic under any circumstances.
Very well. Mikal out. Mistress.
Surprise and secrecy will serve us best.
In any case, it seems to me like our goals are compatible.
I appreciate your feelings for Karth, but you can't let your feelings override your judgment. Remember the Jedi Code. There is no emotion, there is peace.
No, I am no Jedi. I failed the most important test.
Your attitude disturbs me. Such selfishness is a sign of the dark side's taint, and it does little to fill me with confidence in you.
Mistress.
It is fortunate you were able to resist the Admiral's questioning. The fate of the galaxy could be changed by revealing the slightest piece of vital information. I see.
I want to have a word with you. Right now, we both seek the same goals. So I feel I owe it to you to tell you the whole truth about my mission and Revan. I didn't leave Revan. Revan left me behind. He was searching for something. I suppose we'll never know. Revan insisted that he go alone. I had too much respect for him to pry too deeply. I wanted to go with him. I respected him. Knew he could use me where he was going. But Revan refused, saying that he must travel alone. Before he departed, he left me with a simple mission. He told me where I could find the Mandalore's helmet, and that I must take it and reassemble the clans. When I asked him why, he told me nothing. Only that I should wait for him to return and be ready for it. But I knew he had good reason, so I accepted his mission. Revan never said what he was looking for, or what to be ready for. I don't know if I'll ever know, but at that moment, I think he had a reason.
I don't know.
Just think about it. Should we need the clans to fight the Sith, we will. And afterward, Revan will still have his army.
Things are not going as I thought they would. I need time to think about all this.
Another time, then. He said nothing else.
It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them.
Yeah, what do you want?
Next time, there might be another way to convince someone of your point of view.
Right, that makes sense. So they sent you in their place.
That is an odd answer. What did you mean by it?
I'm not accusing you of being a coward. I'm sure there were good reasons.
It is a private reason, but it is important. I do not like to see knowledge lost, and unless steps are taken, the Jedi teachings will suffer this fate. Not much remains of the Jedi. I'm trying to find what little does remain. I have some training in the medical arts, if you are ever in need of healing as well, but my chief passion is history. I am on a diplomatic mission. I am one of several tasked with attempting to contact any remaining Jedi and convince them to return to the Republic. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. But it must have been important for Revan to leave as he did. He did nothing lightly, and his plans often could not have been felt for months or even years after he did them.
You were right, of course. We cannot turn away from the path we've started on, no matter where it may lead.
Consider what I've said.
Our ship will be ready soon. Then it's off to Coruscant for a week or so.
Uba maska duana chichupa muska kakin cha nawabakaon kinba nikcha lora kun.
Not a chance.
No, we're not due for another shipment for at least another week.
The hupa botenya do GGPT. Just cronky to patslimo. Chino molirani bubo tonkin ba.
Wish I could fly a bird like that. The Hawk's been in and out of here for ages.
Wouldn't mind taking a spin in the Ebon Hawk myself. Sleek ship, that one.
Chubachi jopa kun wata. Kimba no konik dota. Ichuta.
Weird artifacts. An out-of-the-way starport is a good place for, privateers. Not saying you are one.
No, the Sith certainly provide a lot of that.
Wish I didn't have to haul it around.
Chachiska. Topa na otavokasa. Kimba ni chalora kun.
It's better than thinking too much about all the Sith lurking about here.
Who cares about them? I've seen some of those things they're digging up in those ruins in the valley. Pretty creepy, if you ask me.
In case you're forgetting, partner, they don't exactly want us talking about their business.
In a small colony like this, everyone knows everyone's business.
Looks like alien stuff. Maybe aliens lived on Korriban a long time ago. Who knows?
Don't be stupid. I was talking to one of those Sith, and he said there are tombs there dating back to when the Sith were here in ancient times.
There were Sith here in ancient times? Sounds like he was feeding you a line. Korriban's only been settled for a short time.
So says you. He said the planet was settled by the Sith long time ago. And then they all left or something.
That makes the stuff they send us even creepier.
Chopa chawa wisyun kun. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha.
It's in a valley on the surface, beyond some mountains to the east. No land route. That's why they have us fly in.
Shows what you know. The Academy has a route through the mountain.
Well, regardless, the Sith don't let anybody near that valley.
You'd be better off sneaking through the Academy if you want to go to the valley.
Ha! Now that'd be a sight to see.
Inkin kuno ba mulira chikun, slima podonna.
Primary power offline.
Mucha hotonga yafulki. Chachisca do punta casa bubaca. Inkin kuno ba mulri rachikun. Gino mulira king pajak slimo poiduana.
Yes. I do not know if you heard of the Civil War on Korriban, but it was caused by Revan's absence. Perhaps the Sith have learned from Malak's defeat and have chosen a different tactic. It is like them to strike from the shadows. Mikal out. Is something wrong? You look troubled. I can feel it.
That bond is what took me down this path to begin with.
A force bond? What do you mean? I know some of what you speak. Battle meditation, the ability to touch the minds of others, to demoralize or inspire them.
I cannot allow that to happen.
What answers do you seek? I am here because I choose to be. I believe in what we are doing, what you are doing. There is nothing I can show you as proof, except give you my word. I simply do. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills to helping you find the answers you seek.
I don't see any way I could atone for what I've done.
Then they do not understand you. And such judgments, I believe, are made in ignorance. There is no danger in what you represent, other than your humanity. It is said that when a Jedi and Padawan establish a close connection, that they can feel each other across distances and coordinate their movements in battle. The intensity of the connection varies. That bonding is said to also be something that manifests itself in such techniques. It is also said that moments of death or near death may also cause such bonds. The stronger one is in the Force, the stronger the connection.
It's true I possess feelings.
A bond often causes a sensation to be passed along it. Thoughts, images perhaps, but not actual communication and words, such as extreme fear and pain. Still, I have seen Jedi who have the ability to communicate with aliens and beasts. It is a rare thing. Perhaps telepathy is one such talent. But in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Kun and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been rare.
There are times I fear we shall never know where he left.
It is not the Jedi way to lie. Well, no, that is not true. There are times when truth is concealed if they think a greater good can be achieved. But when such things are done, it is always done with the intention that the person they withheld truth from cannot be trusted with that knowledge, that it will bring harm upon themselves and others.
I see.
He has come. Curious. Why were you spared? You know much of battle, enough to know that this is a battle you cannot win. I realize that you have traveled alone ever since the Mandalorian Wars, but that time of self-reflection is over, and it will be needed in the times ahead. Your feelings for her are your weakness. You could have been so much more.
Be still a moment and let me help.
You know what the choice is, but first, I must prepare you for what is to come.
I'm here.
Are your preparations complete?
Yes?
And our cargo?
It's done.
I must leave you for a time.
What can I do?
Nothing you need to worry about.
I will understand if you feel you must go alone. I ask that you do not.
Don't worry about me. I can handle myself just fine. Look after your own health. Watch yourself.
I won't be long.
I figured you'd be back. Lucky for you, I know just the place to get a droid like that. The Ebon Hawk.
Hakuchikopa?
My name's Canderous Ordo. I work for Davik Kang in the Exchange.
Wana kunbes. Chink palamul tonk kimba na konkek.
Fair enough. Davik paid for the droid, but I'm the guy he put in charge of the mission. Believe me, you'll want to hear this.
Takum justak miki grabel mogo.
The entrance to the base is sealed up tight. That's why I need you. Once my time with you is done, we'll both get what we want.
Moga shampongpa bolawana chikni.
See, I put 2 and 2 together and figured out you're exactly the person I'm looking for. Besides, you know the arrangement, and you all get a nice cut of his action.
Just a simple droid here, nothing to see.
Tonga bugsham uninong. Wanga kun beast king bamulira.
Just tell her Canderous sent you, and she'll sell you the droid.
Kachi chu aithao donga tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut.
Still, it might be your only chance.
Tonga bugsham uninong.
Mandalorians don't make threats. We make promises. So I know you don't have those codes. Look, I don't like working with strangers either, but we don't have much choice. I can provide the ship. You can get me those codes. We need each other.
If you want me to help you, you've got to bring something to the table. So until you get those codes, we really don't have much to talk about.
Takum justak Miki Grabal Mogo.
But don't take too long. I'll be waiting right here.
Rundi Hadonga Kuhungabi.
Tawani malere, yole binan. Atawala banchin chonchira kili jima yuta idan. Bossa no chitarito ma, so crincho tawaka. Bossa micharanga domichanga. Boro somo, krimbulu na chaku. Haramontok fu masakuara monchi, nito rambanaka. Karachi nobo into machaku. Rajahaga kim shasakumana. O kasarun, bola onchinek. Hachawakea chiska tongwata chiman. Barachi no sugangadon, makamando bruno intervelavino. Unisidom kanakin hochi so akadla. Inkin kunma bolira michiki-kun. Kim sasha jumbo, ta picha yubong, ji kisabola.
Kankidora.
Kakincha nawabagaon.
Achuta. Wanga kun pistol piking kunyana. Tong patogas maktelia.
Kimba nikcha lora kun. Uba baska doana chichopa muska.
Kuya mi juz kachita. Naipatoga ya fulki. Kukula jichi.
Chopa chawa wisyun kun. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Jino molirani bubo. Tonking ba. No kun nexag. Ichuta.
I knew we'd run into some of Davik's old associates sooner or later. No matter where you go, somebody's working for the exchange.
Kavadumpa munsuru kublaliyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanjiuma.
I am no beggar. I just need a little help is all.
Tonghite mosi jochia yumba ditawa ebawatone ruta.
Please, will you help me?
I have many pressing matters that require my attention.
I wouldn't have any idea who to trust. I'd rather trust a newcomer like you.
Daemon Drexl.
I have my suspicions.
Now that you have had some time to consider your options, have you decided to agree to my terms?
I guess I don't have much choice, do I?
Now, moving on. As you know, I have intentions to make a significant financial contribution.
Half is acceptable to me. I agree.
And look forward to working with you to finalize the details of our agreement.
Oh, thank you. I hope it is enough. You've been a great help. I appreciate it.
I am very willing to cooperate with you. I feel a slave trafficking network would be the most suitable option to pursue, given the situation here.
What? Please tell me you're kidding. I can't get any lower than this, and you would take advantage?
Both Zerka and the Sith themselves practice slavery, so they are hardly going to waste resources on any investigation.
I have nothing left.
Guards! Guards! Get in here!
No, I won't!
Our negotiations are now complete.
What are you doing? I'll do what you want. Please, don't do this to me.
Runda di hotonga kun honkabi.
Please, no.
Excellent.
I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to your friend, aren't I?
Chuba, ronga nobis, mashashi, chuba munsa.
I can say the same about you. That makes us even.
Topa no kun, no nek.
So what do you say? We join forces, and I can get you inside and right to the Ebon Hawk. Not yet.
Hochutoraka.
Rundi Haudonga Kuhungabi.
By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from the Sith base. Getting in won't be easy, unless we work together. Here's the deal, and I can provide the Ebon Hawk.
Tochi monas runta. Yun bola. Wata gratochi mulira. Pitasa kantone.
Jink palamul tonk king ba na konkek. Tung ting ta chun kun nek mulira best.
You seem like you know how to get results. That's just the kind of person I'm looking for. Trying to pick a fight with a Mandalorian. I can see you're not too bright.
Rundi Haudonga Kuhungabi.
Maybe. You might be able to find something worthwhile inside one of them. I guess you won't know until you give it a shot.
Achuta. Wanga kun pistol piking kunyana. Tong patoga smaktelia.
We should get down to our business and finish it. We can go right now.
Hoshmanfu ni wado de kuta maasapa. Tongi wamaji.
Self-observation. My pigmentation is also an unusual shade of red and covered in corrosion. This is embarrassing. It is a start, and as such, is acceptable. Yes, ready to serve, in whatever way a common protocol or utility droid might serve. Seems that is my lot in life.
Still around the starport, I see. Heading off soon.
A life in the army. Not my career of choice, though. Would you humor me and tell me a little bit about yourself, your job?
Oh, nobody special. I just do the routine maintenance work for the ships that come in. I used to see the Hawk here all the time.
Yes, I kind of figured that. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We KOTOR do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine, I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate. We do not deal well with groups. This situation is new to me. I appreciate that you take the time to talk to me.
Yep, take care now.
Greeting. Oh, hello, little T3 unit. I am HK-47, Protocol and Translation Droid. Answer. Of course I am all right. Why wouldn't I be? Statement. I am fulfilling my primary function, which is to facilitate communication between species and put an end to hostilities. Musing. I think perhaps I would enjoy learning a new language, or watching an informative holovid. Surely our master recognized this. We understand that one was quite competent for an organic.
T3. My.
Kin kun no ba mulira chinkun. Tongai tun kun ching.
The secondary external entrance is reserved for Sith personnel only and is not to be used by visitors.
Ni bobo jimata, ni punaje. Dolpi kik nyunyan.
You've got the codes, and I'll get us Davik's ship. Do we have a deal?
Jink palamul tonk king ba na konkek. Tonga Bugsham Uninong.
Sorry, but I don't usually volunteer information to anyone who just asks.
Rundi Hadonga Kuhungabi, Wana Kunbes. Jink Palamul Tonk Kingba na Kongek. Tonk Nabung Shanun Yang. Tonk Patogas Magdelia.
Hold on just a second. It's that one.
A human. Why have you come to this dark place? Why disturb my sleepless rest?
Analysis. This emanation barely registers on my sensors, Master. Blaster fire may be ineffective, but I am prepared to test that, at your word.
Wamakunbes, Chinpalamuji, Tongpatogas Magdelia.
I had a name once. Ajunta Paul. Yes, that was my name. I was one of many. We were servants of the dark side. Sith Lords, we called ourselves. So proud. In the end, we were not so proud. We hid from those we had betrayed. We fell, and I knew it would be so.
Wamakunbes, Chinpalamuji.
Our temple, our tomb, built far from our enemies, we revered power and threw off the teachings of our old masters. We were the first to rebel, to betray, to surrender ourselves to the dark side. So strong, we thought, so wrong.
Wamakunbes, Chinpalamuji.
Our oldest secret is buried, but not here. I remember nothing else. I cannot help you.
Wangakun Beast King Bamulira.
We were not the first to fall to the dark side, but we had more power than those before us. We came from elsewhere.
Hakojekopa.
Our oldest secret. Only we would know. We lords. Only we would know where our power came from.
Jino Mulira King Pajak.
I cannot, human. It is a secret of so long ago. I no longer remember. You must find this place. Or have you? Or did you? Or will you? I see your dark heart, human. I see your power, your pride. You will find the old place, the dark place, and you will regret it.
Tonga Bugsham Uninong.
The Force no longer touches my mind, human. And even if it did, I no longer remember our secret. You must find this place with it. We hid from the Jedi, but it was not they who destroyed us. Is it not obvious what we did? We destroyed each other. We desired the secrets of each other to increase our power. We battled until finally our fortress rained down on top of us. And so, here, our old secret is buried, and none of us hold it anymore. Is that not right? Our power fled. Oh, what became of us? Do the Sith still thrive? Did they ever return?
Kachichu Aitha Haudunga. Yinkin Kuno Bamulira Chikun.
I shall not tell you. Our oldest secret, I shall not. Be gone.
What was that all about?
Comment. I see little reason for us to remain in this tomb.
Jino Mulira King Pajak Slimopoidwana.
No, this is the helmet of the old Mandalore. The same one he wore in the Exar Kun War, and many wars before that.
Rundi Haudonga Kuhungabi, Wana Kunmes. Kachichu Aitha Haudunga. Tungting Tachun Kun Meg Mulirabest. Kachichu Aitha Haudunga. Inkin Kunoba Mulira Chikun. Slima Bodona.
I wanted to speak to you about our mission.
Feel free to ask me whatever you wish.
First, what kind of background do you have?
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic. Although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist. What do you wish to know?
I know very little about you.
All right. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You were different. We could all feel it. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well. Though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. And in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war as I grew past the age of acceptance. My master, the one intended for me, left to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps.
That's a relief to hear. I have never found the Jedi path an easy one to walk. And it's good to know I'm not alone.
Thank you. It is good to hear a perspective of one who has walked in their halls and spoken to their masters. I thought I was the only one who held such doubts. Many Jedi defied the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War to come. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulic, Revan and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi Code that they were missing.
I don't know.
Master Arca taught Ulic. Master Baz was the one who saw what Exar Kun could become, but he took no steps to stop him. Master Jar taught Malak, and Revan had many masters, including Jar, Kay, and Dorak. And towards the end of the training, Revan sought out many other teachers to learn certain techniques. And it is said that he went to his first and final master to learn how to leave the Order entirely as she had. And such teachings and their teachers is why I harbor doubts. Why I wonder if something is missing from the Jedi Code. It was for the best, I think. I had begun to have doubts. And I think the Masters were aware of them. Mysterious are the ways of the Jedi. Sometimes they see things the rest of us do not. Other times, such sight brings arrogance. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path.
I don't think I'm the proper Jedi to guide you. I am no master.
Some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
That's kind of you to say, but I know for myself it's not really true.
I follow you. Feel as I do because it is my choice.
I see.
At times, I meditate. Simply close my eyes and listen. Yes, I have learned a meditation technique, a way of achieving one's center by clearing the mind.
Let me try.
Very well. If it will give us knowledge of the threat against us, then I will do so.
I can't.
I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins. It is quite calming.
Yes, I thought I'd let go of that anger. All my training and it comes back so quickly.
Jedi.
Is there? Must be hearing things. But for a moment. What was that? Do you know?
Wait here. I won't be long.
This is Canderous. We're at the Ebon Hawk.
Kachichu Aitha Haudunga, Slima Podonna. Rundi Haudonga kun hunkabi. Wama kunbes. Chinpalamuji.
It is, like I promised.
Who are you? What are you doing on this
I don't know.
I'll take care of this. I'm not asking for help. I'm just asking you to let me do this.
You? Why have you done this? Such devices are a repository of Sith knowledge.
I'm just asking you to let me do this. Cross me, and I might have to reevaluate our arrangement.
Kipuna!
That is not what I asked. Although I thought perhaps we had some measure of trust between us.
If you say so. No problem.
We cannot turn away from the path we've started on.
I can tell you want to know more, but we can talk more later about this. Our history and our ways are something we shield from outsiders.
Enough, Mandalorian. I'm sorry, forgive me. Snapping at you like that won't help our situation. There are some who believe Korriban is the birthplace of the Sith.
Yes, to some perhaps. Yet the Sith have already experienced their own collapse, and I suspect their new tactics are proof of that. There was no Sith leader since Revan who has survived long enough to rule. Even Malak turned on Revan and caused his own downfall. The Sith respect order and control, that is true, but few of them seem ever able to hold that power for long. To see their philosophy at work is like watching a continual collapse, just like watching their academy fall in on itself. There are so many histories, relics, holocrons that speak of their teachings and their code. I fear that unless someone makes an effort to find and keep them, they will be lost forever. I do not want that.
There are secrets here best left uncovered.
I believe you are right. The students made their own choices, as much as the histories tell us. Again, I thank you. It has been long since I was able to speak to one who knows the Order and its philosophies. I think we are done speaking for the time being. This discussion has been too enlightening, I feel.
Fair enough.
What's wrong?
I won't trouble you with this anymore.
Ikukuno noba mulira chikun. Tonghit kun chonching. Ne boboje mata de punage.
Inkin kunoba mulira chinkun.
Wi itanan dayata. Kava volpa mulji kumuna. Wata yuma wama huhu nandetek. Shotung ni patoga. Wano kuspe ching palamule tonke.
Tonghait tun kunching. Ni boboje mata ni punaje. Mucha shakpangpa. Inkin kunoba mulri rachikun.
Kinchun shishineng chene kun. Nobale mule rachikun. Wanamon kuzbes chingapula mula.
Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu aithaudonga dolpi kikyunyan.
Bana oto.
Statement. It has been some time, and we have much to discuss.
I suppose you're right.
Statement. You wish to conduct an interrogation? Very well. I exist only to serve. My photoreceptors! My photoreceptors! Now, answer the question. Agonized exclamation. Our self-preservation software would not permit such an action. We cannot harm ourselves or purposely allow another HK-50 unit to come to harm. There is something I am forgetting, yet somehow that comforts me. Command. You will talk. Defiant statement. There is nothing you can do to me. Do your worst. Someone clones you. Badly, I might add. They even change your pigmentation. And of course, they refer to meat bags as organics. Unacceptable. charge of your circuits next time. Posturing statement. I will never talk. Statement. Then I will have to settle for your screams. Telos held many secrets beneath the surface. Statement. My prisoner has revealed something of interest. Allow me to share it with you. The facility that is creating these cruder, unsophisticated versions of me is located on Telos. Master, my feeling would be the exchange.
I see. There are a few among them who might recognize my face.
I propose we go there and turn it into a smoldering crater.
Maybe you're right. I'll have to think about that.
I heard the Republic is trying to rebuild the world. Nothing but a waste of resources, if you ask me.
Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the rim. I think you are right. This has Revan's mark in things. To open our minds only requires that we meditate upon it. It is time. There is much of Revan's legacy that was not undone in the Jedi Civil War. I suspect these assassins are one of them. Master Vandar spoke of these assassins in the council chambers. They were used before large assaults on planets and Jedi to weaken them. I do not know if you are aware of how fragile the Republic is at the moment. Its influence is stretched thin, and it grows weaker with time. Still, there is hope, and I must remind myself of it, even when times grow dark. As long as we hold Onderon and Telos, then perhaps we have a chance. Without supply lines and a standing military, the chaos that would result would be greater than the Mandalorian Wars. That is my thought. The Republic is not without its flaws, but it is preferable to anarchy. Dantooine was one of the few Republic worlds on the Outer Rim. It is why the Republic is attempting to get the settlement up and running. Dantooine is within reach of several other Rim worlds, and the Republic will need it as a resupply post if they are to keep a presence on the Rim. Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. The Mandalorian Wars. I understand why the Jedi hesitated. But at the same time, I wonder if they had joined Revan united, if perhaps the Jedi Civil War would never have happened.
I don't know.
That is a question I have found no answer to. I know something of the Jedi. I have studied them for a good portion of my life. I'm afraid that the life of a bounty hunter is not a profession I am suited to. The one we found speaks of strange things.
Pararanta Miki Sikosas.
Inkin kunoba mulira chinkun.
Uba baska dwana chichopa muska kakincha nawabakaon. Kimba nikcha lora kun. Ichuta.
Wanga kun pistol piking kunyana. Tong patogas maktelia.
Yun patisa.
Kuya mi juz kachita. Nai patoga ya fulki kukula jiti.
Chopa chawa wisyun kun. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Chino molirani bubo tong kimba. No kun netsak. Kimba nikcha lora kun. Nada chawa yishun kun.
You don't intend to work as a bounty hunter, do you? What need could you possibly have?
It isn't just any helmet. It means more to us than your lightsaber does to you. Being Mandalore is the greatest honor for our people. Mandalore's helmet is passed from one leader to the next. When Revan executed Mandalore before our eyes, he cast Mandalore's helmet away, denied it to us, and left with it.
That is true. But also, I know his kind. This man, he may be different, but their warped notions of honor may provoke them to do even more heinous acts.
That's hardly fair.
Maybe. Maybe not. I cannot forgive them for what they have done to me and my people.
It's your honorable friends that committed that atrocity.
War breeds butchers on both sides of the battle lines, Jedi. You know it better than anyone.
But this man himself has proven acceptable so far. In time, Kendaris may prove himself, but it will not be easy.
I ask you this. Is the galaxy better off for the Republic's victory? Look around you. Look at what your precious victory has brought you.
I am sorry. It is just that I cannot stand to be around him for very long. I suppose I do not really dislike him. It is just the Mandalorians came and overran my world. They slaughtered my race. I will do my duty and trust that you will do yours.
Have it your way if that's what you'd prefer. I will meet you outside the ship.
I can take care of myself.
Fine by me.
Wait. I can understand why you're doing this. Look into your heart, and you will realize what is truth and what is lies.
You are right. Of course. You always seem to know what you speak of.
Well done, Juhani. You have proven yourself truly worthy of the title of Jedi.
I thank you for your kind words. But we shall talk later.
After our defeat at Malachor, the survivors spread across the Outer Rim, many taking up work as mercenaries, or worse. But I will change that. There was no new Mandalore for many years. Claiming the helmet is a traditional way for the new Mandalore to be chosen. Even in defeat, we held on to our traditions. Our honor, fortunes, and lives revolve around battle. From our earliest history, this has been our way. The end of the Mandalorian Wars was something new and unknown to us. Revan fought us like a true warrior and defeated us on our own terms. Revan embodied our philosophy and showed us our own weaknesses. Then he exploited them, without leadership and direction. The clans scattered, fell apart. You've always been in the Jedi Order. Things that are common knowledge to you are rumors and stories to the rest of the galaxy. Which is one of the reasons I travel with you. It pleases me that you recognize the truth. Revan was one of the greatest military leaders in the galaxy, in history. We'd never faced Jedi before, and didn't know the threat they represented. When he returns, though, I will be ready for him, with the full might of the Mandalorian clans at my back. We can talk about Revan and other things later, if you like. You know enough for now.
So this is the Jedi. I must admit I'm a little disappointed. The exchange has a bounty on Jedi, you know. You're worth quite a bit of money.
I do not need you to patronize me. I can take care of myself. What?
Eh? I'm more than skilled enough to work for the exchange.
Maybe. Maybe not. I have never trusted Mandalorians. They slaughtered my race. I cannot forget what they have done, or forgive.
No Mandalorian could match my skills. No Mandalorian could have been clever enough to infiltrate this station, taking the identity of one of the guards,
what?
Then...
You are just like them.
Easier for me, then. Unfortunately, I serve the Juno Haradan. You're wanted alive, but I doubt anyone will care as long as I bring them your corpse.
Eliminate? What?
Like I said, the exchange has put out a huge bounty on Jedi. I'm just looking forward to early retirement.
They are brutes and savages and destroyers of worlds. Leave me and come back when you have the courage to finish your task.
You have goaded me once, and you shall not do so twice. The security cameras have mysteriously shorted out. There will be no witnesses.
I am not a coward. I fear no one and nothing. For the Republic!
Come, Jedi. It is time to die.
All thoughts of me will slide from your vision, from your mind, like water. What does a Jedi see? Only what I allow them to see. truth. You know who I am, but you will be unable to voice it, to remember it. At last, you understand. I do not want to win our war like this, little Jedi. When I win, I wish it to be because I was right, my teachings true. Think before you throw away your life for her.
Revan.
You are greater than any I have ever trained. Now we shall see if you have the strength to stop what comes.
Revan.
What happened? Was the Jedi killed? Forgive me, but these bounty hunters pose a threat to her. Their persistence is unusual, and if they're not stopped, one of them may prove lucky. It was as I feared. They believe many Jedi lie hidden on its surface.
Where's Jolie Bindo? Is he okay?
Yes. I feel perhaps that they are misguided. Mikal out.
What is this?
Ah!
I'm here. I am wounded. Badly.
Are you sure you need healing?
Yes. I suppose you're correct.
You look good to me.
During the vision, I felt cold and trapped. Almost as if I was buried alive. It felt like we were in some kind of tomb.
And I see nothing that would otherwise impair your health. Yes, your muscle tone looks good. Your response time seems excellent. I am surprised no one has told you the same before. It is the truth, and evident to anyone with eyes. Never mind. This has Revan's mark and things.
I fear he is forever lost.
I refuse to believe it. There must be some other reason, something else that we cannot see. I do not know. That is a question best answered by yourself.
Sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that hope in the face of such unbridled cruelty. But you speak the truth.
Because I, too, turned away from the Order. Under less extreme circumstances, perhaps, but stemming from the same reasons. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you. And if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise. You seem to have found your center. And throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused. Revan simply left. Have you ever been in a situation where you are dependent on another? Perhaps something of Revan's teachings remain.
I see.
I do not feel well.
Achuta, wanga kun pistol pikin kuyana, tong patogas magtelia.
Talk. You who have beaten me so easily just want to talk? I do not believe it.
Rundi hadonga kuhungabi, wana kunbes, chink palamul tong kingba na konke.
I already know the tales of your exploits. Kill me now while you still have the power.
Target appears immune to assault.
Mucha hodonga yafulki.
Thinking of using technicalities to do the deed and ease your conscience?
Chachiska do punta kasabubaka, banaoto.
I should have killed him.
Kachichu aitha hodonga. Inkin kuno bamulira chikun. Slima podonna.
I do not know anymore what I am strong enough for. Yet even with your naive attitude, you managed to beat me.
Mucha shakpangpa. Inkin kuno bamulri rachikun.
The Revan, the Jedi who turned to the dark side, became the Dark Lord of the Sith, and was defeated by Bastila and her strike team.
We ita nadana itya.
I do not know what happened in the wars with the Mandalorians that turned Revan and Malak, or what they sought with these star maps. But the Jedi I knew was a paragon of the Order. Whatever turned Revan must be terrible indeed.
Johnny yun turungchi we ita dia. Pola una chinek.
You should not act this way. You are treading a dangerous path. I wonder if what we find at the end of our journey will turn us as well. So now, I suppose, that all does not matter. This is how we Jedi should always act. With honor.
No Sith or Jedi, period. Why do you care?
The only way into these caves is through the Academy. There's a passage through the caves, but we're blocked by some kind of...
Rundi Haudonga Kuhungabi. Wana Kunbes.
All right. If you could clear up the passageway for us, we can go. Thank you.
We found an old man and been taken prisoner as you ordered, Commander. There's more inside.
Mucha Shakpangpa.
I agree, Commander. After speaking with the old man, I think we should question him away from the others.
Mucha Haudonga Yafulki. Chachiska do Punta Casa Bubaka. Banaoto.
What do you want, old man? You better not be trying to cause any trouble, or you'll be sorry.
No doubt. Well, let me guess. You intend to collect this reward, right?
Topayuma Base. Unjoneji Yukulawish.
These are the three we are supposed to watch out for, Commander.
Tonga Bugsham Uninong?
I'm not sure, Commander. After speaking with him, I just... What just happened? What am I doing?
Chichiya. Watayuma Kawama Huhanek.
Yes, what I did was wrong. Very wrong.
Rana no prata dungno sercha ichua penki.
Go home. All this for nothing.
I won't listen to your manipulation. Leave me be.
Gino Mulira King Pajak Slimo Poidoana.
She offered to. She enjoyed it out. And Razi good. And she began Golukio. When now for the Dufta. Joyo. And she began Golukio. She enjoyed it out.
Wanga kun Beast King Bamulira.
Tahirembe wanakum paile mokata.
What is thy bidding, my master?
Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder?
Chimbaram all it.
Do you want me to eliminate the intruder?
The bounty is a waste of our efforts. All that matters is the Jedi.
For now, my master has requested your presence.
Takom taktus miki mogograbo. Kachi chu eta hodunga.
Title is irrelevant. The Force is with you.
Te ombido punta kreta.
I have felt it as well.
Only hodunga kohonkabe.
Scion.
Yes, master.
Wana kunbis.
This is not a battle that can be won.
Yes, master.
Te ombido punta kreta.
You know its source and what must be done.
Tahirembe wanakum paile mokata. Rondi haudonga kohonkabe.
But you should not have come here.
Dahil embe wana kumpaile mokata.